What's up guys, I'm Antonio and welcome back to the Business Download Clean Energy's EV Wrap-Up. Today I'm filming from New York. Got a beautiful view of the city, rooms the size of a shoebox. What more could I ask for? And before we get started, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button below. This week we'll be talking about two-wheeled EVs, a race at Pikes Peak, and Rolls-Royce up in the sky. Now I don't know what that consists of yet, but guess we'll have to wait and see. I'd say it's about that time. Let's get started. If it weren't for lithium batteries, the EV industry would not be as groundbreaking and you probably wouldn't be watching this video. In most cases, EV batteries are made up of a cocktail of different minerals including cobalt and nickel that prolong the battery's lifespan. But with the millions of EVs expected to hit the market within the next few years, the skyrocketing demand for raw materials might challenge the supply chains. It's increasingly important that these supply chains are centered right here in America for resilience and security reasons. Earlier this month, the Federal Consortium for Advanced Batteries, a cross-agency group chaired by the Department of Energy, released the first ever national blueprint for lithium batteries. It will guide the development of a domestic battery industry that helps the U.S. meet its climate targets. Among other goals, the blueprint highlights the elimination of nickel and cobalt from lithium batteries by 2030 to develop a more robust, secure, and resilient supply chain. Some solutions include alternate material makeups for batteries, which already exist today, and strong battery recycling programs implemented within the United States. So as I've mentioned in the past, the roaring Harley Davidson entered the EV world a couple of years ago with its LiveWire e-moto. It received positive feedback even when the bike was silent and became the #1 sold electric motorcycle in America. Since we are now in a world vastly headed towards electrification, Harley thought, twist my arm, let's make LiveWire its own company. So just yesterday, LiveWire released its first newly branded electric motorcycle. Harley claimed that LiveWire will draw on its DNA as an agile disruptor from the lineage of Harley Davidson. Although I'm not really sure what that means, it's a pretty provocative statement. The new virtual headquarters paired with initial hubs will be in Silicon Valley and Harley Davidson's home, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is also my home. Unlike Harley's, the target demographic will be catered towards the younger generation, creating a new identity for the new company. Carmaker Renault has started a revamp of its EV journey. The original plan was affected by the pandemic, chip shortages, and the increase in raw material prices, but the company has stayed resilient and has kept an optimistic perspective on the company's sustainable future. Renault plans to offer 10 new battery-powered cars by 2025. The company has already revealed that it will revive the Renault 4 as a Renault Forever EV. Clever name. And to continue the new plan, it just unveiled the Renault 5 EV Monday. The company previously sold the iconic 5 models between 1972 and 1976. Just like the Ford's Mach-E and Lightning, Renault is resurrecting the nostalgic name for the release. The company tested the Renault 5 prototype in January of this year, and things must have worked out because they're confident enough to take the wraps off and showcase a silhouette and body. However, production is not expected to start until around 2024. Colorado's famous Pikes Peak, one of the highest points on the continent, made it on the download this week in conjunction with luxury auto manufacturer Bentley. In the 99th running of the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb Race, with the starting line 9,300 feet above sea level, the most extreme Bentley known to man put its pedal to the metal up to the summit. The souped-up Continental GT3 has had a V8 engine and pushed 1,000 horsepower at a lower air density than sea level, which is much harder to do. It's pretty crazy, but it gets even better. The car is propelled by a blend of renewable racing biofuel and a low-carbon, high-octane fuel that produces 85% fewer carbon emissions than traditional gasoline. Remarkably, the car had the 4th fastest time ever recorded, beating out Porsches, Camaros, BMWs, and even the Tesla Plaid S. Although the car backfired near the end of the race, causing the vehicle to lose boost, Bentley's chalking it up as a win as they kickstart their carbon-neutral efforts by 2030. Concluding the download this week, we have Rolls-Royce and Shell partnering up to lower the world's carbon footprint. But it's not in the way you expect. Right off the bat, I'm thinking we got this luxury car brand partnering with a huge oil and gas company. You gotta be making an electric Rolls-Royce or some type of luxury charging station. Nope. They're working together to deepen their cooperation on sustainable aviation fuels. The main goal of this collaboration is to explore opportunities for bringing 100% sustainable aviation fuel to certification. Now that the sustainable boom has been underway for a few years, aviation companies are looking for cleaner fuel sources to lower their carbon emissions. Now realistically, it'll follow the propulsion of the electric and hydrogen-powered cars, but an alternative is expected to be synthesized around 2035. Anyway, That's all we have for you this week on the weekly wrap-up. Make sure to leave a comment on your favorite story. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week.